Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I wanted to come back and throw some knowledge your way. Throw some knowledge your way to some of my audience. Forgive me, I'm on track here. Regarding the Peru alien attacks, this is something that we've been talking about over here on this channel since late July, when we clued in that there's something very strange happening in Peru. Now, for those that may be new to the channel or just sort of plugging in, there's been ongoing news coming out of Peru in regards to um, aliens that have been spotted. Pictures, there's been a couple of photos that have come out. There's been video of glowing orbs, metallic objects literally flying through the sky. And the Peruvian government comes back and they're like, hey, you know, they're miners, they're illegal gold miners on jetpack. But here's the problem. This is such a breaking story. It's way bigger than the situation that happened in Las Vegas. But here's the very one problem that we have here in America. It's called a language barrier. Many, like myself, would absolutely love to, to get in or want more on this story in regards to what's happening in Peru. Problem is, as vloggers, we're a little bit unplugged, don't understand the language. Who's the local people that we plug in with to try to get information that may be coming out, and I have been able to find some of these people that live in Peru, in Iquitos, Peru, but next best thing I found was the Nerd Report. Shout out to the Nerd Report, man. I'm going to give you your props. Absolutely, I'm going to give you your props. Although mainstream media may not, LeakYou.com will. He has been keeping up pretty much damn near on a daily basis of what's been going on down there in Peru. And it appears that he has crossed that language barrier problem that so many of us have. And I, for one, am forever grateful for that. Now, we're going to dive right on in here. But before we do, I want you all to see a video that came out. There's a couple, okay? There is a couple that have come out that appears to show glowing orbs in the sky. Bright lights, very strange lightning, okay? And then we're going to go plug in over here at the Nerd Report. Let's go.
Cuando alumbra, te des cuenta.
Está posado en el cerro. Miren, ahí está, oye.
¿Viste? Está grabado, está grabado.
Estamos.
Se notó el borde del cerro. Ahí está.
Está en el aire. Miren, mira eso. No está en el cerro.
Anthony,
está en el aire. Esa luz. Es un objeto que está en el aire, señoras y señores. Qué importante que las cámaras de Capital TV están en estos momentos.
Cuando alumbra, te des cuenta.
See, listen, this is why. Just there's an example right there.
Cuando alumbra, te des cuenta.
Está posado en el cerro. Miren, ahí está.
We need someone that could cross that language barrier. It's almost as bad for me whenever when I'm watching, what's his name in Mexico? God, what is his name? Maussan, right? Jaime Maussan, the guy that does all the UFO coverage in Mexico. I love his YouTube channel. Love his YouTube channel. There's only one problem. There's no English subtitles. So it's difficult for me to watch it. Okay. Although I'm not interested in the topic. I've known about that man, Jaime, for years before he was all gray. Okay. Probably going back 20 something years. Been very familiar with his work. He also, you may be familiar with some of his work in regards to some of the very small skeletons that he's had tested on TV, that sort of a thing, right? Anyway, that's and I don't know if after the lives, if he goes back and puts English subtitles. I'm not sure, because I think I have checked out some of his videos after live streams, and I don't think they had any English subtitles on them. So I don't know. But listen, there's a question going on, and there's a lot of news, a lot of talk coming out of Peru. They're saying Peru's on some sort of lockdown. Is that true? Okay. They're saying there's some sort of a lockdown. They're also saying that there seems to be the potential that there is some sort of a war going on between factions down here. Strange things continue to happen in the Peruvian skies. Portals seem to be opening up, glowing orbs dropping something down to the ground. Is this a situation where we've got some beings that are vying for resources, potentially? Let's take a look at this. So this is out of Peru. This video has also went viral. And this video appears to show some sort of UFO craft dropping lights out of it. And for the first thing that comes to my mind is, what kind of shuttle ship is, what is this shuttle ship dropping off? Are they trying to mine resources from Earth? Gold. I've heard a lot about gold. And how this particular village is very close to a very lucrative gold mine. Very interesting. That video is very interesting. But listen, I want to plug right on in here, right on into the Nerd Report. Now, this is my first time ever showing this channel on my platform. I've been watching this ever since the Peru alien. I want to say Peru alien attack. That's really the three key words that people are using right now. But I cannot say this is an alien attack of any kind. I don't know this. None of us really know this, but those are the key words. The Nerd Report. All right. What I love, he seems to have the plug, and I love how he's plugged into some of these villagers. He can understand what they're saying, which makes it great for me. It makes it great for my audience. I'm trying to bring this to now. I don't know what his stance is on, restreaming or reshowing content. So I'm not going to do too much of that. Okay. But I do want to plug in, and I am going to drop a link to his channel. Listen, he's in there like swimwear. Hold on a second. Y'all make sure you get over there.
By an alien,
I would say alien
known as the Pelacaras, face peelers in Peru. This started a couple months ago, according to them. We've seen back and forth. We've seen fights where the villagers are actually shooting at these entities. We've seen images of victims and UFOs and actual aliens. We have seen that. Some look more legit than others. I got to be honest with you. Most look legit, though. But the official stance is that these were illegal miners. At least that's what the government's saying in Peru. And the tribes people are saying no. I'm going to show you a video of a woman who's describing what happened to her when she was attacked by these aliens. And there's no graphic stuff here, but I will translate it for you. And I also, before I move forward, to a couple things. Subscribe to Nerd Report because we're on this, and we'd like to, we're getting to the bottom of it. Either it's mass hysteria or an alien invasion. It's there's no other way to put it. How do you get so many people to cooperate for a hoax like this? It's just too much. It's fascinating either way. And then number two, I want to let you all know that previous videos that I've played. Sometimes I can't show you the entire thing because of the nature of them, the graphic nature of them. And I don't want to get a strike here on this platform. I'm not allowed to play stuff here. So please do not comment ignorantly. And
those are the ones we want to see so bad, isn't it? We want to see it all, don't we? There's one of a man's face completely peeled back that's floating around. But these links, these things are out there for those of you to see. If you search, you will find.
The comments area stating that you don't show the entire video, you're just talking over it. Well, man, I cannot show you. Blame this platform for not letting us show you everything.
That part. You're so scary out there.
All right. That's the only way I can get around with it. It's either that or I don't bring attention to these people that actually obviously need help. So that's the situation. There's some stuff that cannot be shown, and maybe they can be shown, but I don't want to take the risk. Okay. So there are alleged victims of the Pelacara aliens that you could see the injuries, and they're very graphic that I'm not going to show here. But let's see what this lady says. I'll try to translate the best I can. All right, she's walking through where her attack was.
Pero estoy ya totalmente asustada, ya semi-inconsciente, ya.
She was unconscious. I guess this is the middle of the interview with the reporter. Reporters are starting to go to the area.
Yeah.
This is where they found her knocked out. Right there. I guess she was knocked out.
Ya ves.
Me doy cuenta, está instalada, ¿sabes? No estaba ni con ningún polvo.
O sea, usted sintió que le echó como un
Wait, what?
Un líquido.
líquido.
¿Sabes? Un poco he tomado uso de razón. Después de eso, me doy cuenta, está instalada, ¿sabes? No estaba ni con ningún polvo.
O sea, usted sintió que le echó como un...
Me han metido un líquido.
They put a liquid in her
Me abría de mi nariz así, así.
through her nose
Este líquido es lo que está acá pasar hasta ahorita. No puedo.
that she can't breathe. She still can't breathe well because they put some liquid.
Wait, what? 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 This is so creepy.
Her throat is burning.
Allá. Bien, gracias a Dios no logró su cometido, tal vez, ¿no?
Gracias a Dios. Esto habrá sido de repente, como dicen, a veces yo pido diario a Dios también que no pase nada en mi lugar, a veces por las cosas.
I'm asking God not to for this
¿Y a qué hora más o
to
menos
stop
sucedió esto, vecino?
happening.
10:30 de la mañana.
6 a.m. in the morning this happened.
Sí, aproximadamente ahora.
Además, pido que a los niños tengan mucho cuidado, las mamás que cuidan a sus hijos.
She's worried about the children.
Claro, porque no es broma, como se puede decir, ¿no? Es algo real, que usted lo ha vivido, persona y no.
This is not a joke. Something real that I experienced. I don't want anybody to experience this.
No olvido eso. A veces cuando estoy acá en mi casa no quiero venir acá.
Claro.
Estoy haciendo diario, a veces voy a ir allá, pero a veces por el trabajo de mi esposa tengo que estar así.
Claro.
Así tengo que estar así.
Well, there you go, folks. Another person
Gracias.
comes forward,
El valor de contarnos.
and then the reporter is thank you for being brave enough to come forward with your story. We're seeing this a lot. We're seeing these stories. I'm gonna play these because you guys are interested in them. And these are attacks that are being blamed on aliens in Peru. Now, are they real? I don't know.
Yeah.
Again,
Wow. Don't know what the liquid's all about, but that is absolutely not the first time that I've heard that sort of a thing. In my research in the last umpteen years in this phenomena, I've heard a lot of stories. Okay. And so the one thing that sort of comes to my mind when I'm thinking about these beings and the whole face peelers aspect of it, when I think about some of the things, well, my question, the thing comes to my mind is it possible that there's varying levels of intelligence amongst these beings? Absolutely. Absolutely. Whereas you've got some beings peeling off people's faces, attacking men and women, putting liquid into their noses, not sure what that does. There's had to have been a reason they did it, all the way to stories I've heard about aliens trying to capture the soul in a box. Okay. You can go back to the story of Ted Rice. Shout out to Alien Talk. To these very insane, strange medical experiments that are done on human beings to the point where, there's been the story, I just kind of think back again, Ted Rice. He's abducted. He sees swine type characters in the same room with him. And these beings took off his 2 feet and attached them to these swine characters who proceeded to walk around in his feet. Later on that night, he realized feet hurt. How about 1 foot is a different size than the other ever since that experience? Yeah, very strange stuff. I don't think this is mass hysteria. I've seen these videos myself. The feeling that you get is it's almost palpable, what you feel when you're watching them. Now, there was one more I was thinking on here that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I don't know if this was one of his videos or if he did like a review on it. But there was a video of these orbs flying through the sky. Like it was nothing. 1 second. I think it was his video. Hold on. Yeah, it was his video. It was. Look, I'm halfway through it. Hold on a second, because this one here is, oh, y'all. So this is the I would say probably the latest footage I've been able to capture. He did this video, how many, 8 days ago, where you see these orbs just flying through the sky, right above them, right above their village. This is not illegal miners on jetpack. Okay.
all right, folks. Once again, this is pretty crazy. I've been working like overtime to get you guys the best content on this issue. Subscribe to the report. That's the channel you're looking at on screen, this channel you're on. But this new footage, we're going to get right into it. Here we see a movement of indigenous community in San Antonio. When the lights appear in the sky, residents are asking people with their HD cameras to film. The phenomena only descends near the ground, far away from the crowd, mainly when villagers are alone. Okay, so this is happening when the villagers are alone. Check it out. These are not jetpacks, folks. Check it out. People in a frenzy.
En este momento hay un pequeño alboroto en el pueblo porque
Okay, we see lights, people running.
están viendo al parecer unas luces. Ahorita son las 8. Ahí está. Ahí está.
Holy shit! Dude, I'm sorry.
En estos momentos.
I apologize for this reaction, folks, with a bad word. That's not a minor. The people.
Amazing. Guys, listen, we have to come to terms with what is here, with what is in front of us. And we cannot depend on our government or any government to be honest with us. Imagine the United States coming out and admitting this. Listen, we're going to need Bolivia to follow suit, Mexico, Peru, all these other countries that are fully aware there is a presence external to human beings that we don't understand. And the more that they lie to us, the more we cannot prepare or prep ourselves. And that's when it becomes very criminal and very crime-like, all right, for these people to withhold this information from us. It's not right. It's not right. It's not right. It is obvious this is a situation that is completely out of control for any government. No government has control over whatever this is. There's been treaties signed with some of these entities or some of these beings going all the way back to the Eisenhower days. And truth be told, I don't think that they're following the treaty either. We've heard a lot in this UFO community about how, this treaty that was enacted back then with Eisenhower is no longer something that these beings follow. And this treaty had a lot to do with human beings being kidnapped. Yes. Imagine making a treaty with the government that, we want to kidnap some of your people and do experiments on them. Your government stays quiet about that. See, to force disclosure for them to admit what we already know means they have to admit other things. And they're not ready to do that. Are these aliens that have been attacking these villagers in Peru, going back to what I said earlier, I probably should classify it as attack if they're cutting these people. And see, a lot of that we're not seeing because there's a lot of censoring going on the YouTube platform. Makes it very dangerous for one to try to bring that kind of knowledge out here because there's too many people out here that can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. So they'd rather shut it up. There is a force that exists opposite to what many of us want, which is disclosure. There is a force, so to speak, that exists, regardless of where their views may lie. There are people out there that are absolutely opposed to this, but they have no control. Again, I believe that what we're seeing here kind of reflects that and proves that not one single government has control on this. And if you kind of go back to the way these beings operate, they've always sort of operated in that way, haven't they? They went to the governments of the world, the leaders of the world, tried to get them to listen, and they did not. We've got craft showing themselves over major populated cities. Now, you can be on a highway, on the freeway, run into a UFO, see it. You may talk about it that day. Imagine, y'all, there's people that will literally run into a UFO situation, see it, not even record it, and will keep on pushing and may not even talk about it for 25, 30 years. Have you ever seen a UFO? I've definitely seen one. More than once in my life. I've told y'all about these stories. Told y'all about the stories. Told y'all about the stories when I was in one summer in Florida, okay? Had quite a few very strange experiences. God only knows what I can't remember. But anyway, love the Nerd Report. Definitely plugged in. Love the fact he can sit there and translate it on the fly. But, at the same time, it didn't stop me from having interest in the story. I just absolutely love it when we have someone that can translate for us. That is so critical to me because it makes it more than just a video that I'm seeing. Those are those people's lives in Peru. They are being attacked every night. These beings, they don't come in the day, they come during the night. We seen the last time I went live to discuss this, we seen several people, several villagers from the Iquitos tribe that had walked up and basically said, hey, listen, we don't trust the prosecutor over this region. They said they were coming to see us. No one has come to see us. We encourage all reporters to please come. Please come. So if you have a passport and you're interested in being part of one of the biggest stories this world has ever seen as of September 5th, 2023, go down to Iquitos, Peru in San Antonio region. Let's see some stories come back out on that. Let's see some reporters do this. I would love to gather additional information on who all is, what reporters are down there, that sort of a thing. Listen, the key to it, know certain keywords, search on said keywords. And yeah. Southern Conspiracists, it is always good to see you. Shout out to you. What's up with it, Third Eye? How you doing? Lavina, good to see you in the chat. King Monte, hello. You all listen, I appreciate everyone that came and dropped in. I'll continue to provide updates on this story. I'm not passing any of this up. I will continue to provide an update on this whole Peru alien attack story. Yeah, I'm gonna still follow it even after the media sort of drops off and everybody goes to talking about the stuff they normally talk about, I guess. But we will continue to follow it. But before we get up out of here, let me pay a few bills, guys. Shout out to the LeakYou community. Please join us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music.
Please hit the like. Thank you.
All right, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to those of you on Facebook and shout out to our police brutality videos page. We are almost at 10,000 subscribers on that particular page on Facebook. So shout out to those of you who follow it. Shout out to those of you on Twitch. Shout out to you Twitchers. Okay. Shout out to those of you on Twitter and YouTube as well. I will see you all when I see you. Until next time, guys.
The judgment sentence that you are an asshole. The trial is over. Thank you, everybody.
Let's play a game. You have 10 seconds to take all your stuff and get out of my life. 10, 9, 8.
God bless you, motherfucker.
You're really smart, like really, really, really smart, like I am.